The night sky above the Philistine capital burned orange with fire and smoke. Sirens wailed. The ground trembled under the weight of collapsing concrete and steel. In the heart of the enemy's most heavily fortified military headquarters, one man stood chained between two massive central support pillars. His name was Samson. Blood streamed down his face from empty eye sockets, his once mighty body scarred from 1,000 battles, strained against bronze shackles. With a voice that still carried the thunder of divine purpose, Samson cried out,
"Sovereign Lord, remember me. Only this once. Strengthen me."
He planted his feet. He pushed. The pillars groaned, then cracked, then shattered. In one final, cataclysmic moment, the entire grand structure came crashing down in a roar of dust, fire, and judgment. Samson brought the house down, literally killing more of Israel's enemies in his death than he had in his entire life. This is the story of the strongest man who ever lived, and the price he paid for his greatest weakness. Many years earlier, in the troubled land where the Republic of Israel struggled under the iron fist of the Philistine alliance, a child of destiny was born. An angel had appeared to his parents with a clear command. This boy was to be set apart for God from the womb. No razor was ever to touch his head. He would begin the deliverance of Israel from Philistine oppression. His name would be Samson. From childhood, it was clear something extraordinary lived inside him.
Samson, what did you do?
I didn't mean to break it.
You ripped it apart with your bare hands.
As a young adult, that strength revealed itself in terrifying ways. One day, while walking through the vineyards near his home, a full-grown lion charged at him. Most men would have fled. Samson did not. With nothing but his bare hands, he tore the beast apart as easily as one might tear a young goat. The Spirit of the Lord had come upon him. This was only the beginning. Samson became a legend among his people. He fought the Philistine occupiers with a fury that left their commanders sleepless. On one occasion, when they demanded tribute and threatened his people, he caught 300 foxes, tied torches to their tails, and released them into the enemy's fields and olive groves, burning their entire harvest in one night. When the Philistines sent an entire platoon to capture him, Samson picked up the fresh jawbone of a donkey and used it as a weapon. He struck down 1,000 soldiers that day. The battlefield ran red. The enemy feared him. Israel celebrated him. For a season, he judged the nation and brought fear into the heart of the Philistine alliance. But great strength often walks hand in hand with great weakness. Samson's heart was drawn to Philistine women. He married one. It ended in betrayal and bloodshed. Then he fell in love again, this time with a woman named Delilah, whose beauty masked a heart loyal to the enemy. The lords of the Philistine alliance saw their opportunity. They offered Delilah an enormous sum of money if she could discover the secret of Samson's strength. Night after night she pressed him, crying and manipulating. "How can you say you love me when you won't trust me with your secret?" For days he toyed with her, giving false answers, but Delilah was relentless. Finally, worn down by her constant pleading, Samson told her the truth. "If my head is shaved, my strength will leave me and I shall become weak like any other man." That night, while Samson slept with his head in Delilah's lap, she called for the Philistine elite forces. A man carefully shaved off the 7 locks of his hair. The Spirit of the Lord departed from him. The soldiers seized him. They gouged out his eyes, they bound him in heavy bronze chains and took him to Giza, where he was forced to grind grain like a common animal in the prison house. The once unstoppable warrior had fallen. The great deliverer was now blind, broken, and humiliated. The Philistines celebrated with feasts and songs, parading their victory across the nation. Days turned into months. In the darkness of his prison cell, Samson had time to reflect. His strength was gone, his eyes were gone, his pride was shattered. Yet slowly, quietly, his hair began to grow back, and in the silence something else returned. Humility, repentance, a renewed dependence on the God who had called him from birth. The Philistines held a great festival to honor their god Dagon and celebrate their victory over Samson. The temple arena was packed with thousands, lords, generals, soldiers, and civilians. They called for the blind prisoner to be brought out as entertainment. Samson was led in by a young boy shuffling in chains. The crowd mocked him, cheering as he was positioned between the two main structural pillars that held up the entire building. No one understood what was about to happen. Samson whispered a prayer, his most sincere in years.
Sovereign Lord, remember me. Only this once. Strengthen me.
The power returned. He placed his hands on the two massive pillars and pushed with everything he had left. The structure groaned. The crowd's laughter turned to screams of terror. "Let me die with the Philistines!" Samson roared. The pillars shattered. The roof caved in. The entire temple arena collapsed in a thunderous explosion of stone, steel, and judgment. In that single moment, Samson killed more of the enemy leadership than he had during all his years of warfare. Samson's story is both triumphant and tragic. He was a man of incredible strength and devastating weakness, a warrior used mightily by God, yet undone by his own desires. In the end, God answered the cry of a broken man and used him one last time for his purposes. Even in failure, Samson fulfilled his calling. He struck the decisive blow that weakened the Philistine alliance and gave Israel breathing room.